Hello students. Today we are going to discuss aceticum acidum, acetic acid, common name glacial acetic acid, and its chemical formula C4H3O3. This belongs to the mineral kingdom, drugs from mineral kingdom. So first constitution, I will discuss it from Ellen Materia Medica, Boric, and also from Eskedupe Materia Medica. So starts constitution. Adapted to pale, lean persons with lax, flabby muscles, face pale, waxy, like Ferramate. So face pale, waxy, lean person, lax, flabby muscles. Marasmus and other wasting diseases of children. So constitution here written in SK Dubey Materia Medica. Physical makeup adapted to pale, lean persons with lax flabby muscles, face pale and waxy. Heat-cold relation, that is thermal reaction, written in Kent Materia Medica. Sensitive to cold, that is it is chilly patient. So thermal reaction, chilly. So thermal reaction, it is chilly patient, acetic acid. Temperament, irritable, borrows trouble. Diathesis, hemorrhagic diathesis. Miasm, it covers all three miasm: Sura, syphilis and psychosis. Now come to mental symptoms. About mind, written in SK Dubey Materia Medica. So mind, written in SK Dubey Materia Medica, mind symptom. The patient is irritable, borrows trouble, worried about business affairs, grieves about his sickness and his children. Grieves means sadness. Patient feels sadness about his sickness and his children. Patient is irritable, number 1. Borrows trouble, worried about business affairs, and grieves about his sickness, number 4. This is number 4, grieves about his sickness and his children. So here I am writing. So 4 points about mind symptoms: irritable, borrows trouble, worried about business affairs, grieves about his sickness and his children. So constitution done and mental symptoms done. Now ailments or causation. Cause. So about cause, bad effect of anesthetic vapors, fumes of charcoal and gas, bad effect of stings and bites, injury, surgical shock, sausage poisoning. Also in Ars Elb. So about cause, number 1, aesthetic vapors, fumes of charcoal, gas. About vapors, gas. Number 2, bad effects of stings, bites. Number 3, injury, surgical shock. And number 4, sausage poisoning. So all about causation. Now come to physical characteristic symptoms. Hemorrhage from every mucous outlet. Number 1, hemorrhage is very much important. From every mucous outlet: nose, nostrils, throat, lungs, stomach, bowels, uterus, inferior also. Metrorrhagia. What is metrorrhagia? Bleeding in between menses. That is like अगर साइकिल 1 month का है तो if there is 2 times in a month और 3 times not at the right time, अर्ली हो जाता है तो उसको मेट्रोरेजिया बोलते हैं बीच बीच में. विकेरियस ट्रॉमेटिक epistaxis. Epistaxis, nose bleeding. This is nose bleeding. Epistaxis. 1 month, 2 times. I am writing here. Or 3 times or in between menses. If bleeding occurs, that condition is metrorrhagia. So number 1, physical characteristics: hemorrhage from every mucous outlet: nose, throat, lungs, stomach. Number 2, great prostration after injuries. Sulfuric acid after surgical shock, after anesthetic. This one is cause. After injury, after surgical shock, after anesthetics. After injury, after surgical shock, or after anesthetics, or vapors, or charcoal, or gas. So this one is cause. So this is not number second characteristics. Next is thirst. About thirst. Thirst is very much important symptom. Thirst, intense burning, insatiable even for large quantities in dropsy, diabetes, chronic diarrhea, but no thirst in fever. In every condition, dropsy, diabetes, diarrhea, there is thirst. Thirst type intense, burning thirst, insatiable even after large quantities, cannot be satisfied even after large quantities. In dropsy that is swelling, and diabetes, chronic diarrhea, but no thirst in fever. This is peculiar symptom for this drug. Now come to here another physical characteristic symptoms. Number 3, this one is physical characteristic symptoms. Cannot sleep. About sleep. Sleep is physical. About sleep. Cannot sleep lying on back. Sleeps better on back, arsenic album. And this acetic acid sleeps better on abdomen. Cannot sleep lying on back. Sensation of sinking in abdomen causing dyspnea. Dyspnea, breathing difficulty. Breathing difficulty. Rest better lying on belly. That is also in ammonium car. So rest better, not aggravation. This is amelioration from lying on belly, and better on back, arsenicum album. Comparison can be asked. So next come to particular symptoms, that is GI. Diarrhea. Diarrhea copious, large amount. Copious means large amount, large quantity. I am writing here large quantity, copious, exhausting, great prostration, great thirst, thirst in diarrhea, thirst in dropsy, typhus, phthisis. Phthisis is TB, tuberculosis, phthisis, with night sweat. One of the TB symptom is profuse night sweat. This is very much marked. This is also a physical characteristic symptoms about sweat or perspiration, that is night sweat. Next come to female symptoms. Sour belching and vomiting in pregnancy, burning water brush and profuse salivation, profuse day and night. Sour belching, vomiting in pregnancy. Common symptom in pregnancy: vomiting, sour belching, burning water breath, and profuse salivation day and night. Aggravation at night: Merksol. Also in lactic acid and salivation. Lactic acid, there is also salivation, aggravation at night, Merksol. About respiratory system: ट्रू क्रॉप, हिसिंग रेस्पिरेशन, साउंड आता है उसमें. कफ विद द इनहेलेशन, लास्ट स्टेजेस. एग्रवेशन व्हेन इनहेलेशन, also seen in spongia, but aggravation from exhalation or expiration, that is in aconitum napellus. Expiration I am writing here, that is aconite. Inhalation of vapor of cider vinegar has been successfully used in croup and malignant diphtheria. So, about fever: hectic fever, skin dry and hot skin in fever, like belladonna also. Red spot on left cheek and drenching night sweat. Night sweat is one of the most important characteristics, physical characteristics. And no thirst in fever. Thirst in dropsy, chronic diarrhea, and also in diabetes, but no thirst in fever. About relationship, it antidotes anesthetic vapors, fumes of charcoal and gas, opium, estramonium. Also, cider vinegar antidotes carbolic acid, follows well after cinchona in hemorrhage. One of the useful remedy in hemorrhage after digitalis in dropsy. Dropsy, swelling, it aggravates the symptoms of arnica, belladonna, lachesis, especially the headache from belladonna. So, all about this remedy. I am coming to discuss about one important thing. Trios of dropsy. Three drug. Acetic acid, apocyinum and apis mellifica. So, in dropsy, there is thirst in acetic acid and also there is urine. So, in acetic acid, there is thirst and urine is large quantity. And apocyinum, there is thirst, large quantity of thirst and urine, dribbling of urine and little expulsive power. And in apis, no thirst and scanty urine. So, differentiating point between trios of dropsy in thirst and urine. So, guiding symptoms written in इसके दुबे. Number 1, burning thirst, insatiable even for large quantities, but no thirst in fever. Great prostration after injuries, anesthetic, surgical shock with other complaints. Hemorrhage from every mucous outlet, nose, throat, lungs, stomach, bowels, uterus. Profound anemia with waxy face or waxy pallor of the face. Great emaciation, especially of the face, hands, and thighs in NASH. Copious pale urine is characteristic, particularly if accompanied by intense thirst and dry hot skin. About urine, one of the physical characteristics. Copious pale urine. Sour belching and vomiting. Burning water breath and profuse salivation day and night in pregnancy. Cannot sleep lying on back. Sensation of sinking in abdomen causes dyspnea, breathing difficulty, rest better lying on belly. Also in ammonium carb. Hectic fever, skin dry and hot. I have already read in from Ellen's. Diarrhea, copious, exhausting, great thirst in dropsy. This line is from also in Ellen. So come to end. I am summarizing constitution wise. Our drug acetic acid, common name glacial acetic acid, formula C4H3H4O3. So physical makeup, a pale lean person with lax flabby muscles, face pale, waxy, anemic. Thermal reaction, chilly patient, sensitive to cold, written in Kent. And temperament, irritable, Burroughs trouble, diathesis, hemorrhagic, miasm, all three miasm. About mental symptoms, patient is irritable, borrows trouble, worried about business affairs, grieves about his sickness and his children. About causation, bad effects of anesthetic vapors, fumes of charcoal and gas, bad effect of stings and bites, injury, shock and sauces poisoning. And about physical characteristic symptom, burning thirst, in dropsy, in chronic diarrhea, diabetes, but no thirst in fever. Hemorrhage from every mucous outlet, that is nose, throat, lungs, bowels. Metrorrhagia, vicarious traumatic epistaxis. And about sleep, better on belly, cannot lie on back. And about urine, pale urine, characteristic urine with intense thirst and dry hot skin. And profuse night sweat, sour belching, vomiting in pregnancy, burning water breath, and profuse salivation. About fever, no thirst in fever, profuse night sweat, skin dry and hot, red spot on left cheek. And about diarrhea, copious, exhausting diarrhea with great thirst, sweat, profuse, colliquative. So, our drug already summarizes. So, thank you.